pass the evals, how to handle the fundeds. And the main reason I want to do this video is because I always get asked in our premium Discord and our free Discord, or even on Twitter, hey Nick, I heard Apex doesn't pay out. So take it from someone who has gotten paid out from Apex and you still have questions, feel free to add me in either my free Discord or in the comments section below. Enough talking, let's get into it. Okay, so for the purpose of this video, I'm just going to be talking about the funded stage. The eval stage is pretty cut and dry. All you need to know is you can pass in one day, you can full port it, whatever you want to do to pass it. This is just for the funded stage, all right? For each of these accounts, as you can see here, you have to get this amount for the drawdown to start, and then anything above that you can withdraw, okay? So I'm gonna start with the 150Ks because these are one of my favorites. So with these, the max payout per account is $27.50. So you would take 155, 100 plus $27.50. That is how much you would need to make in order to get the max payout. However, you can just make 156, 100, and you can request $1,000, whatever you want to do, right? I'm just talking about for the max payout. And then obviously for the 250Ks, it is 3K. So you just take 256, 600 plus $3,000. And that is how much you would need to make in order to withdraw the full $3,000 per account. And now once you do this, your drawdown is automatically locked at $250,100. Well, in this case, for the 150Ks, it would be $150,100. And then for the 300K, it would be $300,100. Okay, pretty simple, right? And that is a static drawdown. So there's no trailing intraday or anything like that. That drawdown, as long as you don't go below that, you are good to go. And this is why I preach to just stick small with the accounts. Like you don't have to have 10 or 20 accounts. You can do a lot of damage with just 2, 3, 4 accounts. So you need a minimum of 8 trading days between payout requests. However, 5 of those days only need to be $50 or more profit. Okay, so you can just flip a contract for 5 days, and then the other 3 days, let's just say you risk 500 to make 1,000. You have a 100% win rate for 3 days. You make 3 grand. You request 3K on the 250K account every 8 trading days. So if you have 2 accounts and you're requesting 3K each, that's 12K a month off of just 2 accounts. Okay. Now the next thing here is the consistency rule. Okay. This is pretty easy. Okay. You basically just take whatever profit you're trying to reach. Okay. So in order to get 3K payout with a 250K account, we have to hit 259,600, right? So 259,600 minus 250,100, that's $9,500. Now you take times 0.30, $28.50. You just can't make no more than $28.50 per day until you reach that amount. However, you're going to lose some days. Like you're not going to have a 100% win rate every single day. So by nature, that consistency rule will come down anyways. And I actually have a good guide on how to size properly with the fundeds in my free Discord. Once I get funded, I actually risk 7 to 15% of the drawdown based on the trade setup. So for a 150K account, I risk anywhere between 550 and 750. And then for a 250K, I risk anywhere between 650 to $800. And then for 300Ks, it's anywhere between $700 to $1,000. Okay. And then last but not least is the 30% risk limitation. This usually doesn't come into play a whole lot, especially if you're risking properly with the funded stage. But basically, if you just go to apextraderfunding.com and you scroll down to special consideration for new accounts, it shows you how much you should risk right here. So for a 250K account, $6,500 trailing drawdown, the maximum risk allowed is $19.50. I think if you lose more than that a day, you should probably call it anyways. Now, once you hit that buffer, which is 256.6, or whenever that trailing threshold stops, it just stays at that number. Let's just say for whatever reason you accidentally lose more than that. It's not like you're gonna get payout denial or anything like that. And like I said earlier in this video, it's like every day I go on Twitter or someone is complaining about Apex, but the one good thing I like about Apex is they make a lot of money each month, and on top of that, they pay out a lot. And then 3, they allow a lot of leverage on the accounts because they have 20 accounts you can purchase. So I'm gonna ride them until the wheels fall off. I don't know about you, but I thought I would do this video to sort of clear up some common misconceptions. But if there is something I did not touch on, it probably means it's not as important as you think. Or if it is important, drop a comment down below, or you can add me in my free Discord. I'll leave that down below as well. Make sure to hit like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys back here on the next one.